Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending upon where you are in the world, I am greeting you from the United States. I'm Dr. Priscilla. I am the CEO and founder of Speak Excellent English. I'm so happy to be with you today, and I want to welcome you to another wonderful day that we each have been blessed to see. I'd like to invite you to join in this conversation with me today, and I think it would be interesting to find out what is on your mind as we engage in dialogue. While I'm waiting for a few of you to log on, I'm going to talk to you about the IELTS exam. I'll read some information from the internet, and hopefully this information will be beneficial to you as well. All right, let's dive right in. Talking about the IELTS exam. During the IELTS exam, and at this moment I'm featuring the speaking part, the topic is going to be about the environment, and this is what I want you to know. I'm going to use some linking phrases as I speak, and I want you to be able to identify the phrases when I respond in certain manners. The linking phrases that I'm going to use now are definitely, 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 first of all, first of all, first of all, also, 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 of course, of course, of course. Now, if you need to go get a pen and paper to write those down, I will give you these phrases again. Then I'll talk about how we are going to use these phrases in our activity for today. I'll count to 10, waiting for you to get your pen and paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? I hope that you've had enough time to get a pen and paper. Now, we're going to talk about I think I said the environment. Let's just stick with the environment. So the topic is going to be about the environment. In order for you to prepare well for this, you need to understand what are some environmental phrases. When I think of the environment, a few environmental phrases might be air quality, environmentally friendly, greenhouse effect, and maybe endangered species. Okay? That's air quality, environmentally friendly, greenhouse effect, and endangered species. Here is the IELTS question that you may be asked. The IELTS question that you may be asked is, do you think pollution is a big problem nowadays? Do you think pollution is a big problem nowadays? It's always good to paraphrase the question. When you're asked the question, it's always a good idea to paraphrase your response to the question. So your response might be, yes, definitely. Air and water pollution are huge issues in the modern world. The air pollution is especially grave due to the increasing amount of exhaust fumes from cars. And this results in poor air quality. Okay. Now the examiner may ask you yet another question. What do you do to prevent environment? What do you do, or what can you do to prevent our environment from pollution? Your response could be, there are a lot of things that I can do. First of all, I don't litter. I don't throw trash from my car, and I put the appropriate trash in the trash disposals outside. In addition, my family and I try to buy only environmentally friendly products whenever and wherever we can. Also, I try to save trees. I print on both sides of the paper so that I don't waste paper, which is one cause for the elimination of trees. The examiner may also ask you, have you ever participated in any environmentally event? And your answer might be, yes, of course I have. As a matter of fact, last year I was engaged and invited to participate in a hometown event, and it was all about preserving nature. We were taught, and I learned a lot about the greenhouse effect, and I learned about the many endangered species in the world. Okay, so these would be great responses to the question about the environment. If you're watching this live, please type questions in the chat box. If you're watching this as a replay, then I will respond to your questions later today. All right, so now let's go to part two. In part two, this is when the examiner will give you a little card or paper that has a question on it. It's called a cue card. You're asked to describe an environmental problem or an event. You should say, what is it? What is it? Where is it happening? And what problems does it cause? Describe an environmental problem or event. When you start to answer, you want to be sure that you're paraphrasing the prompt. I would like to describe an environmental problem, and I want to talk about global warming. In my opinion, an environmental problem is something that is big, if not the biggest problem that we are facing today. One of the main reasons I chose global warming is the greenhouse effect. You will find today people are producing excessive amounts of greenhouse gases, and they do this by burning fossil fuels. These gases let in sunlight, which warms the earth. That's what's happening, and then block that heat from leaving. This breaks the delicate natural balance and causes our planet to warm. As global warming changes the climate on the whole planet, it affects all countries in the world and causes many serious problems. For example, one problem caused by global warming is the melting of glaciers. While the melting of glaciers is a problem, it also raises the sea level. Then eventually coastal areas begin to flood, agriculture is damaged, and this is going to continue unless appropriate measures are taken. So I hope that this has been beneficial to you. Thanks so much for listening. I'm Dr. Priscilla, the CEO and founder of Speak Excellent English. Bye for now.